How are you doing? And I'm going to ask you right off the bat to take a breath and take a moment to really answer that question. The answer that you would tell yourself in the mirror, not the answer that you would tell a friend on the street or start a phone call with. How are you doing? How is the quality of your thoughts? What is the state of your emotions? What is the quality of your energy? If we could always just be as perfect as a crystal, as a stone, as a tree, if we could always just be that centered. But we can't, it's our nature. Today, I'd like to really focus on the importance in this moment, at this time in the history of humanity, when things are moving faster than ever before, and the events on planet Earth can seem overwhelming. Science is teaching computers to think at quantum speeds. Don't overlook that one. It's important. And we are ourselves. Wherever you go, there you are, right? Whenever you go, there you are. However, there's also the other side of that. Whereas when we look back through history to a certain time in our lives, don't you always think, God, if I only knew now what I knew then, or how could I even have been that way? Why? Why didn't I do what I would do now? And so we do evolve and change, but it's important now that we evolve and grow and change and expand at the rate that life on Earth is changing and expanding, and also at the rate that technology is learning. And that's a big one, because that requires us right now to take a quantum leap into quantum ability. We've been romanticizing that for decades in our TV shows and our books. Quantum leap. But now is the time. If a computer can think at the quantum level, can think at quantum speeds, that computer was created by a person. And computers may be able to logic, to compute faster than the human brain ever will be able to. But there's a myriad of other gifts and ways of being in which we can also be quantum. One of the askings of this moment is to finally, and I think many of us will take a breath and say yes to having permission to doing this, is to finally move beyond our resentments, our fears, our blame, our shame, our guilt. It's not like being let off the hook and letting others off the hook for what happened. It's different than that. It's a moving beyond the constant emotional processing of those things. One little statement that always helps initiate that practice is this one. Resentment, and you can also say the same for guilt or shame. Resentment. Having resentment for another is like drinking poison and waiting for them to die. So often, our resentment toward another person, toward another political party, towards a politician who we don't even know personally. We're not married to that person. We don't live with that person. Most likely that person is not our next door neighbor. And yet we harbor personal resentments towards these people. But shouldn't the resentment be towards the system? And does it do any good to have resentment against something that is not able to hear you? It does do a lot of good to have clear vision for what you would rather have happening than what is happening. That has the potential to energetically, at the quantum levels, at the level of vibrational frequency, begin to shift that which you wish would be different. Especially if you're not married to it, living with it, or living next door to it. By having resentment against political parties or systems, we contribute to the dysfunction. We contribute negative frequency, dark frequency, density, heaviness, anger, and fear. It feeds the machine that is churning out what we don't want. And so in this era, we are being asked to rise above, and not through 10 years on a meditation cushion. Not by reading the entire New Age library, not by setting out into the world on a spiritual journey, which right now we can't even do. The journey, no matter where you go in the world, is always right here. Wherever you go, there you are. At monastery, at the ashram, in your teacher's home, there you are. In your home, right now, there you are. The shift happens in this instant. The shift is within you. So maybe already you're coming to a state of presence. You know, in working with these sacred instruments, I always recommend wearing headphones or earbuds to really receive the vibrational frequency. so here we are. And in this moment, in the space of this exact breath, this exact beat of your heart, I'd like to invite you in this moment to practice with me, with everyone else joining here, even if it's just for this moment, letting go, separating yourself from the resentments, the fears, the shame, the guilt, the blame, the anger, any feeling that is a part of your history, a part of your current environment on Earth, or even a projection in your mind of what's about to come that is not what you would want it to be if you could choose. In this moment, let go. That's the quantum leap. Or at least, it's the doorway that leads to the quantum leap. And if you feel very, very attached to those things, those pains and hurts of the past or of the moment, as if they're a part of you, as if you won't know who you are without them, just know that they can be there for you at the end of this short meditation, if you wish to go back to them. Just for this moment, ask yourself who you are without those angers. Who you are without resentment. Yourself feel who you are when you let go of any aspect of the past, present, or future that is heavy, dense, dark, weighing you down, holding you back. Not the past, present, or future that you would want. What is the nature of those thoughts? What is the nature of the thoughts that see clearly and hold the space for a future for yourself, your family, your community, maybe even all of humanity. That is of your greatest envisioning of a future that would bring you joy, peace, love, gratitude. What does it feel like? What is the nature of those thoughts? What are the words that surround those thoughts, that express those thoughts and those emotions, that represent the future that you most want to unfold, the one that would bring you and everyone joy and peace, gratitude. Letting go of all thought and surrounding that future in your emotions. Allow that future to surround you. Feel it. Be there. Remember, wherever and whenever you are, there you are. That future, peaceful, joyous, balanced harmony among people and earth and all living things, all of the universe. That future is just as real as any other future that you may have been imagining from this moment forward. The only difference between the two is which one we choose now. as you practice this quantum leap, this trick of the ninja, this birthright, as you evolve before your very eyes, always remember that anything that is occurring in the world right now that you don't approve of, that pushes you or makes you feel unsafe, unheard, unsure, always remember that those events were created by the thoughts of us in a time prior to now. Maybe it's a dimension, for quantum is beyond time and space. But let us not worry about understanding the mechanics. Let us not worry about mastering divine, sacred geometry now. Let us simply be the vibrational frequency of where we choose to go right now. The byproduct of this work is that it will always feel wonderful. The hardest part of this work is truly letting go of that and those whom and which you resent, have been in denial of, or fear. Letting go of your own shame. But if not now, when? And so we evolve, right here, together, in this moment, this very breath, this very beat of the heart. And so the light which is raised within you by doing this work ripples out to light not only your own path, but the paths of those surrounding you, your neighbors, your community. And so your light ripples out to illuminate the way forward for all of humanity. And in return, you receive the golden light of gratitude. let us come together in intention right now. You bring your hands together at your heart. Let the elbows be wide, the heart forward, the shoulders back. Take a breath and lengthen from the root of your tailbone to the top of your spine, aligning all the energy centers within your body so that they may communicate it and do the work and the wonders that you could never intellectually understand. Allow that energetic work to be done and to support you within you. So let us have a little final practice before we go today. Coming all together here, encircled, all whom are present in this group. Bring your awareness into your own individual heart and witness there all that is good, the unconditional love, the brightness, the light. And allowing now that light of unconditional love to reach out and encircle everyone gathered here, so that we, through our hearts, through our intention, become one. Allow yourself to feel this. And remember, it doesn't matter if you're watching this video later, after it was recorded. Work in the realms of the quantum is beyond time and space. Allow yourself to feel the connection of the hearts present here. Feel yourself gathering the momentum of the hearts gathered here, the hearts with the intention of raising frequency. And now, feel the whole of us rippling out our collective love into the energy grids that affect all of humanity and Earth. Be at the center of that universe. And so this work begins. And so this work shall continue until it comes to completion. And so the light will rise, as is the only possibility to overcome all darkness. And so we, the ones, the light, the ones who choose, will lead the rest home to the light. And so we receive gratitude in advance for that work and become even stronger, even brighter. And so it is. Aho. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here today. Stay the course, be the love, be the light, be the one. You are the one, we are the ones. And as humanity, we are also the ones that all of the universe awaits to see if we will awaken, and we will. I'd like to invite you on Wednesday, the 18th, at 6 p.m. to a very special broadcast. It's through Soul of Yoga. So if you go to Soul of Yoga, you can register for free. You'll find it under yoga classes on Wednesday, the 18th at 6 p.m. I will be at the Sacred Sound of the Soul Gallery with all of the amazing sacred instruments there. And I will be performing a ceremony for this beautiful painting of the light right here. These wonderful paintings, which are created by my beloved friend, Frida Freyja Gísladóttir in Iceland, are representatives. These paintings themselves are light bringers. They are sacred work. They are the new sacred work. Light, color, sound. And so I will be channeling a sound ceremony to honor and express the light, the angels in this beautiful work behind me. It is the first in a series. We're very excited to be working with Frida. So please sign up, and I hope to see you there. These broadcasts are every Sunday and every Thursday at 4 p.m. Every single one is different. Nothing is scripted. The work comes through me as we gather, and I reflect back to you what you show me is needed for this moment. And so thank you for always showing up and being here. Many blessings. I love you so. Please reach out, be in contact at shellyreef.com.